shows the CEO Hotspot, impact of regional geopolitical events on insurance volumes. Fadi Sidani from Deloitte is moderating. I think he should take over my chair, like he goes in the audience. He's down there. Come on up, Fadi. I won't do the bios again because we have a number of people from yesterday. We also have Mr. Aftab from, where is he? Senior. He's over there from Abu Dhabi National Insurance Company. And we also have Mr. Aftab Hasan from Area Insurance Brokerage. If you gentlemen come up and take a seat, I think, on the panel here is the easiest way. And we have Michael Gertz from Gulf Re, Chief Underwriting Officer, who's not read his bio out before, to come and join us up here. He's been in the insurance industry for 20 years, various treaty and facultative underwriting positions at General Re in Swiss Re UK, before moving to Partner Re in 1999. He was responsible for redefining their strategic direction, as well as establishing respective processes and controls. Most recently, he holds the position of Deputy Head of Special Lines, Managing Partner Re's Worldwide Industrial Property, Energy and Engineering Treaty. We also have Nick Frey from Tazur. He's the CEO of the Tazur Company, a Bahrain-based Islamic tactical startup with operations in Bahrain, Kuwait, UAE and Qatar. Previously, he was Operations Director at Willis in London, where he was responsible for selection, implementation and operation of insurance broking systems around the globe. Prior to Willis, he was a member of the startup team of Actress, successful insurance broking software provider in the UK. He's also been a management consultant with the famous McKinsey & Co in Zurich and London, and also an engineering degree from the École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lausanne, the Swiss University, and an MBA from INSEAD. So I'll vacate my chair because I think someone needs it.
Yep. I'll be standing at the podium, so I think we have Mr. Taysir Treki also.
I have failed in my duties to introduce Mr. Treki from the Oman Reinsurance Company. Before joining Oman Re, he was acting general manager of the Arab Reinsurance Company in Beirut, Lebanon. He has over 35 years of experience. I think he's probably the clubhouse leader in experience so far. Translated, wrote several books on insurance, risk management and tactical insurance, and has an MA from the School of Oriental and African Studies in the University of London. So my apologies, Mr. Treki.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a privilege to be here with you again with this distinguished panel. The topic we're going to be discussing today is the impact of regional geopolitical events on insurance volumes and role of the reinsurers amidst the regional social unrest. Okay, while we are going to ask our panelists a few questions, we will also have the last 10 minutes of this discussion open for the floor. So if you can kindly write down your questions, have them ready for the last 10 minutes. So I just would like to start by making a few statements, which are quotes from professional articles and magazines, and quotes from key people in the insurance industries. The first one is GCC insurance premiums amounted to US $10.6 billion in 2010, increase of 28% over the year before. And this represents substantial improvement compared to the global average of 3.4%. There is a very low penetration rates in the Middle East compared to global, around 1% compared to 7% globally, which clearly creates a lot of opportunities for us in the Middle East. The Saudi Arabian gross written premiums, 14.5 billion riyals. Out of which health is 50%, general 43%, and protection and savings 7%. As we all know, the Middle East is rock and rolling, as they say. Lots of things are happening around us and happening to us very quickly. If we compare 2010 to 2011, the picture is very different. So we are going to be discussing how the planning of the original strategic plans for 2010 compared to 2011 and moving forward have changed. it is estimated based on global research that the differentiation between very rich people and very poor people, not within necessarily the same country, but globally, is going to create major social unrests. I think this will have some ramifications on definitely the insurance industry. As a result of the Japan tsunami impact, just some quotes that Swiss Re incurred 1.2 billion in claims, and Munich Re is 2.1 billion in claims. International insurers are beginning to look at pricing on a regional basis, and this put the underwriters and brokers, making them expect the business to go up. So insurers have been inundated with requests for cover from wealthy individuals, oil traders, governments in the Middle East and North Africa. A lot more requests for insurance coverage. Insurers at Lloyd's have faced a flurry of requests for cover against political violence and tensions mounting in the Middle East. So with these points raised, I have a question to our panelists, and I would like to start by asking Mr. Samir, how has that impacted the volumes of business, considering that everything that happened around us, and we're specifically talking about, maybe property, auto, fire, and similar items.
Well, of course, these unrest around us will impact the economy, number one. It has its effects on the gross domestic product, which are going to affect on opportunities. And as insurers, of course, we benefit from opportunities around us. So from that perspective, yes, there will be an impact. From a certain line of business, for example, in offshore drilling, that the effect is not that bad. However, there are also new opportunities which are coming around us because these events have bigger risk awareness. So we are seeing some inquiries or increasing inquiries on certain line of business like sabotage and terrorism. So overall, there are pluses and minuses, but in a nutshell, yes, it's going to affect the opportunities and the growth in the mid and the area.
Okay, thank you. I think I would like to ask Mr. Aftab also to comment on the same questions, considering his role as a brokerage business.
What I can say is I see it different. There are pros and cons, and let me give a little bit of analysis basically in this particular area, because so far globally, as I was explaining yesterday, that the world is very unpredictable. It's not the same as it used to be before, and we have been experiencing those eventualities which we have not seen in the history even, and which will be noted in the history.
Right.
So, of course, let me just put it like that I agree with my brother Samir, but he is talking about when it comes to the crisis, there are also opportunities in the crisis.
Yes.
And I take it there are opportunities. And as a brokerage side, if you talk about, yes, it's a duty of a consultant or an advisor with all the understanding of the insurance industry to advise the right product available. But then we talk about the product. I see almost the insurance industry here, they have somehow, if you say, a replica of somewhere the products which are available in the market, which little bit of changes. It's not much which we can go and give more emphasis on unless